Alright, that seems to have done the trick. And right. First, let's get some music going again. I think we had that one. Alright, so sorry about that. I did hear that there might be troubles with a certain NVIDIA driver, so if I run into the same problem again, I'll look into it from that angle. So in case you've stuck around, I appreciate it. In case you haven't, that is also fine. Plenty of other things to do than look at a blank screen. So apparently I have a node on myself on table 4, which is kind of funky. We know thyself, right? Is this set in the matrix? I guess there is something to that. Should check it out. Maybe I can learn something. Nope. It disappears once I've been dealt in. Okay, we do have a hand. You still have a good seat on Miguel here on table, what is it, 3? That's a little bit thin. Gonna let it go. Yes, nah, they're table aligning. Right. So I'll keep an eye on it. See if the technical issues persist. If they do, I'll figure out a way to fix them. I usually do. Thanks for sticking around, guys. It's a bit thin, but let's do it. Lay a hand here against Happy Gary up here and the seat right across us. Posse! Welcome back to the channel. Right as you're asking this, I am flopping middle set here without any backup, meaning I'll pot it, probably. So. First half of the session, I took the day off to study yesterday, and I'm not sure that helped. Like, after studying and trying to integrate new concepts, things can get worse for a short while you get to grips with them. So there I made some mistakes for sure. I'm gonna check behind here. Turning rivering a straight, having no spades, see no reason to do anything but check. Might be good. Nope. So you had a gutter and a jack high flush draw there, gutter to the low end. Interesting. So yeah, in that part of the session I didn't run, I made the mistakes myself, and later, in the later part of the session, I got punished by the dealer just over and over again. Couldn't really do anything about it. So all in all, in a slight downswing right now, but it's not affecting me mentally. What is affecting me mentally is the damn alignment of the tables. Ooh, aces affect me as well, but in a good way. Let's rock. And thanks for tuning back in, Posse. Nothing to do here but to check behind after I made a lightish open, but I don't think it's bad actually. I think it's okay, one off the button. And I'll keep checking here. Or fold, whichever comes first. We've got ourselves, we block straights by having a 7, we have a backdoor flush draw. If he comes over the top it gets slightly iffy, but we take that as it comes. Let's go. We do block straight draws by having the deuce, by having the 7. I'll check call most likely here. Checking twice there might induce some action now. Yeah, I can't really make heads or tails of it, to be honest. He could have it, or he could just be betting total air now. It looks like a value bet size, so it could be either. See what it is. Does not have it. So he did have sort of a low wrap going on there. And also, thanks for the good luck. I almost read over that. Can always use good luck, especially today. Wouldn't mind some good luck coming my way. Yeah, and I moved to Windows 10, so there might be some... I had to set up a bunch of stuff in OBS and the streaming software as well. That didn't really carry over from the backup. Woot! Walsha! Thanks a lot for the follow. Definitely making me smile at almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Cool beans. The action was crazy during the day. We saw a guy go on a nutty run. I've never seen a stack like that without a huge splash being involved. I think when we left the table, he ended up being up north of 180. And he was to our immediate left, so which is why and there was a seat open to his left, and I left the table trying to get, you know, seated at the Jesus table again. But unfortunately that plan didn't work, and that's when I took the break and started installing Windows 10. But even though it was crazy as hell, sitting to his immediate right was not a great spot, so I don't mind having tried that, trying to get a better place at a seat at the table. That's a little bit too weak to ISO here to call. Just fold it. Fortunately, Miguel is sitting out down here, which isn't good news. It's pretty sweet to have on our immediate right. This is an iffy hand, but it is a splashed pot. Usually don't play offsuit hands. Especially not paired ones. Well, not with queens, I mean. I have to let it go. Did you have the... No, you didn't have the... You didn't have to reset the clock, right? You do that at a different time than the US. I spent 2 years in Canada. It was a great time. I actually thought about getting a permanent residency, but for various reasons I decided against it. It was fairly far along in the process. And I worked 2 years in Quebec, among the Quebecois. Did video gaming, like linguistic QA it was called. So basically I was paid to be a smartass. Got presented translations and I told them this is wrong, fix it. Fix it like this. Played right into my strengths, being a smartass. Nah, it was a fun gig. And Canadians are awesome people. People right after my own heart. I tend to apologize a lot as well. Oh, of course, it's playing into the stereotype, but just Canadians are nice. My theory, basically, by the way, why Canadians are so nice is that 100 and 150 years ago, you really had to stay indoors a lot in the, 11 months of winter that Canada has. Gonna go for a very frisky 3-bet here. Great. And so if you stay indoors, he cold calls, hang on. I mean, we're not going to be able to do anything on this board, so it doesn't matter. It's interesting to see that he cold calls and defaults. We turned the top set. I mean, now we have a slight interest in the river. What? The TwitchBot 2000? I'm assuming you're a real person. Thank you for following. And if not, then 0110011. 0, sorry. I mean, that was a very... I'm not even sure about this call, actually. We weren't getting the price. And if he would call down on a paired board, it's doubtful. I'm assuming he has a straight. Yeah. Actually, checked a little bit too quick there, because I did figure he had a straight. Right, as I was saying, and you know, if you have a nasty person in your little cabin or in your little house in the winter, like in a very limited space, then after a while those nasty persons seem to disappear. I could imagine, like 100 and 150 years ago. So that's always has been my little theory on why all the Canadians are so nice, and they are. They really are. It's because the nasty ones didn't make it through the winter for various mysterious reasons. Oh, that's 1-9 too many. The German hand, the 999. So I'm not going to ask about the weather in Canada, because I know. Assuming it's cold. But that means at least the bugs are not in season yet. Yeah, on that flush board I could have done something there. Even without a spade, I figured I put him on the straight. I could have easily had a flush, and you know, trying to do something there would have been futile. Missed opportunity still in my mind. Actually, let me look back to the hand. What is interesting is that he cold called, right? And he didn't really have a cold calling hand, did he? He had the 9875, that part is fine. Ish, yeah, that's okay. But only have 2 hearts, not double suited. Let's make a note of that. Nine, 9875, heart. Oh, no taken. Oh, they did. Oh, you're from Ireland. Fair enough. Luckily for you, I can't embarrass myself because I can't do accents in English, so I'm not even going to try the Irish one. Not luckily for you, luckily for me. From Ireland, huh? Right on. Now, normally I would mix in another side to play on here, but I don't have it installed. Can I install it, actually? I mean, I don't have my HUD installed for the other side, but who cares about HUDs, right? Ooh, I just realized with installing, that's one thing I didn't back up. There, gosh damn it. On my tags on microgaming. Yeah, it's too late. No use in crying over spoiled milk. Which always struck me as odd. If it's still last milk, then I think crying is fair. Good game, nice hand. I'm assuming Devin is done here. Cheap rent, eh? Oh, you could say that. I'm living the dream, man. I'm living with my parents for a given value of dream. So for me, the rent is fairly cheap. Not zero, I do pay rent. But when I came back from Canada, I wasn't really sure if I want to go back, or I figured I would go back fairly soon, and then nope, not gonna do it. Then I thought, I might as well stay with my parents a while. No need to buy new furniture for my brief stay in Germany. Turned into a longer stay, and I don't mind. Also don't mind having aces up here. I seem to be in a chatty mood. Well, this is pretty much my default setting though. Guess I'm happy that the Windows upgrade... Wow, I'm chatting nonsense in front of 15 viewers. I thought we were still like, 5, 6 of us. Sorry. Like 12 of you. Oh, thanks for tuning in. I think the music is a little bit low, huh? I'm turning it up a little. Let me know if it's too loud. With a 7... I think I'm just gonna pot it here. Also an interesting one down here, having top and bottom. And we get our wish. Not sure if I was looking to put it all in. He has kings and that's awesome. Kings and a flush draw though, but this time he doesn't hit, and one for the good guys. Shazam. Devin. Down with the pot size, huh? I do feel I want to take one off for reasons I can't quite put into words. I guess because of the blockers, like have a 5 or a 10 appear. I'm definitely gonna lead out. I'm gonna have to let it go. We are ahead of some stuff, namely all the wraps, like the Queen Jack 10. That's too steep a price to find out if we are still good, and we might not be by the river. A lot of tough rivers could appear, making it really hard on us. Interesting us. So this time he had a set. Right, so let me see if I can install the other client. A pretty nice board all in all here on table 3. End up taking it down. I sent a link to the old microgaming downloads to someone in Discord. I just have to find it. What did find me is the ace queen 7 on the button short-handed here. It's pretty sweet. Single suited to the ace. A blocker here, and that's pretty much it. Not gonna try anything. Everyone folds here, which is fine. It is. And it should be. It should be. I've been very lucky in that regard, and whenever I hear horror stories or, reread stuff on the internet about dysfunctional families, I not only feel a little bit sad, but I also feel very sorry for people that have it rougher in that regard. You're right, should be standard. Right, so them is the download links. No, they are. They made their peace with me, playing with their son, trying to be a poker player, and it was really wasn't easy on two 70-year-old people from East Germany to boot. That really never was appeared in their world. Ah, soon, TwitchBot, soon. I'm very tight when it comes to bankroll management. And I like to have at least 100 buy-ins for each stake, so we are eagerly waiting for PLO 20 in this channel. Like all the people that come every day do egg me on, like, you know, move up, but 5 times the stakes, it's too much. It's a little bit too much. Okay, the classic software Betson, yes please. This is unfortunately not the board we're looking for down here. They might outdog you though. They might. The way my luck has been going the last 3 streaming days. They really might. Talking about luck, that's a really nice hand. And here we flop, backdoor flush, pair, and open-ender. Only one card would give us the nuts though. That'll work. That shall work. Gonna give him the bad news in a moment. So here we have a pair, a gutter to the nuts, to the Broadway. You have to flush draw now, making me want to call once. Jesus! Yeah, there's crazy stuff going on Run It Once for sure. Especially the splashes. So I'll take a moment to set up Betson in the background. And log in and all that jazz. And maybe we can get 4 tables of action. If we get raised, that is unfortunate. That means I can't... I mean, I did bet small to induce. That was my mistake there. I'm not saying he still could have raised other versus other bet sizes. Calling here with all the pairs in the world. I'm gonna close the heads up table. I'm rubbish his heads up. And we'll mix in some microgaming tables in a moment. Frenchie, welcome back! Welcome back. The field is dwindling, that is true. And we're gonna add in some microgaming tables for, I don't know how much longer the stream is gonna go on. Not terribly long. It's more of like a trial thing to see if the upgrade to Windows 10 destroyed stuff. Two, 3 minutes and then I should be good here. It's really unfortunate all my texts disappeared. Some kind of self-level. There's some crazy dudes out there. I mean, you have crazy dudes in all the PLO 10 pools, but this one has certainly not been bad in that regard. Even closing the action, I'm gonna let this one go. Yeah. Dogs Club, welcome back! Yeah, I did run well and with the PC surgery. Actually, the longest time I spent finding the proper Windows 10 ISO, because not all of them worked the way I wanted, and then I ended up doing it differently and all that jazz. But all's well that ends well, right? Okay, so let's do some short stack. Ooh, short stacking on the side at PLO 20, which is of course what I have been doing for the last 14 months, playing short stacks like sort of semi-professionally. Just finish up setting it up. Wait, that's not what I want at all. Yes, I do. I don't want to play any stupid casino games, please. Okay. If I need to configure anything else. Right, animations, please none. Thank you. Oof, not a good hand here. Alright, got that all set up. I'm gonna come over the top here. Thanks, Vulture! Oh, you were the bad guy with the aces versus kings, huh? Oh, sorry, mate. Oh, yes! I hope that wasn't you again. And maybe this guy is now a little bit ticked off, would be sweet. Actually, I should have limped here. The power limp at the splash part is always so much fun. Because people go nuts and we couldn't put in a lot of money. Should have done it. Should have done it. Didn't consider the power limp possibilities there. Also didn't consider the flopping the nut possibilities, which are inherent in my hand. We do have a queen blocker. Just need to think what the bet sizing should be here. It's an awesome card. We're gonna pot it now. In a moment. So thanks for the good luck, Volsha, and Oof, this is rough. But he only has 4 left, so we do block the queen. He doesn't have queen 10, right? Or is he slow rolling us? But this dude is very loose with his money. That was a pretty nice run there. Right, so let's see if this works for the other tables. This is fine. This is also fine enough. Cool. Alright, so here on this table we don't need to short stack. See, there's a higher stakes table, there's a 25-50, there's a 51, which I'm gonna leave out. But could do some short stacking here on that. Let's see what the table's like. It's really unfortunate that I don't have my attacks, but I don't really recognize any of these guys on the 25-50. See, how does this work? Seems fine. A little bit of overlapping going on there with the microgaming tables. Can't really help it. Right, so as an overview, top left we have of course the run at once one. Let's see if I can run another table to the side, maybe one opens. So table 3 down here, table 2 up here is a 5 cent 10 cents, just as the one run at once one, where we're playing at 100 BB. This is a 10-20 table, and this down here is a 25-50, where we on both of these we're playing with 30 big blinds as a short stacker. Basically looking to double up and leave, which is why also a reason why short stackers are universally hated, because that's what they do. And also it's gonna mean that I have to play very tight on the bottom 2 tables. That is the name of the game. When you short stack, this is a decent hand. Come over the top here. And yeah, Frenchie, I'm sorry, I'm still a bit distracted here with everything. We do have some peeps in the chat. The Western Hemisphere peeps indeed. Joining me for the night shift here in Europe, Central European time, 3 o'clock. And we have to get it all in here. We're not terribly sorry about that. Okay, we need to hit. This is a good start. A very nice continuation of that, and we double up. I'm not saying we deserved that one, but them is the breaks. Now we're just gonna call here. For a moment I was confused, like, am I short stacking on this table? Sorry, here. I'll go for the check raise, and of course I'm gonna leave the table we just doubled up at, because that is the name. Oh, you're Malcolm C to my right. Hey, nice stack there, sir. Nice stack. I'm gonna give you the orange shirt. It doesn't mean anything except that you're a friend of the channel. Ah, thanks for the encouragement and for the confirmation or affirmation Twitch bot there with the C-bet sizing. It's always appreciated on this channel. I learned a lot from the chat, and I do need it too. I mean, my 100 BB game is not as strong as it should be yet. I think this is the table we just left. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for another table. They have been pretty large in the past couple of hands, yeah. But, you know, you picked a good time and a good table. because I am way overdue for the next huge splash. It's been 15-20 hours or something since we saw the last huge one. Oh, we're gonna see it here pretty much always. This board, we do have the king blockers. Also, we saw Malcolm come over the top here, or Walsha, I should say. We're blocking straight draws pretty heavily, so I'm just gonna check and very likely give up here. This is a fold, by the way, down here on the short stacking table at 30 big blinds. Yeah, we're not gonna try any funky lines here, we're just gonna fold. And when I said we're blocking straight draws pretty heavily, I mean, there's one of the hands he could be betting there with. He also could just straight up have had us beat. Shorty versus shorty action. In that pot, yeah. Right, we cleaned him out, didn't we? Deep stacked. This might get interesting. I suspect Desmond is gonna be in there. If history is any indication here, it's not a bad board, except actually no excepts. Do block space a little bit. I think we're just gonna pot it here. You have a hand to go all in on the short stacking table as well. See if he has it. Oh, the ace is 10-10. Very nice hand, sir. Very nice hand. Played it very cagey, I mean. Could have come over the top here. Might have been the way to go. To send like to ISO and to basically as a raise fold, of course. Also a fold to send in case you never short stacked before. No, I'm not saying I'm great at short stack, but I'm not bad, and I put some study time in. Yeah, we are gonna raise to ISO, basically. That's my plan. Also, Adam seems to be fairly active there. Do have a nice hand on table 2. Get re-raised, and I'm not folding, I think. See if we can get some money back, and this looks pretty nice in that regard. Unless he has kings, then he's gonna like just win it all. Exciting. Got our money back and then some. Ace is no good this time, sir. You should start raising those aces pre. Actually, yeah, sorry, that was stupid. Here we have to check. It does, doesn't it? I mean, it's not bad if you download the new microgaming software. Then you really appreciate any other poker software. Like even the strip poker from the C64 looked better. Well, it did look better, but for different reasons. Also, I was young back then. And what am I talking about? What am I telling you this for? No, I made myself smile. See, is this still... yeah, I think it's still visible enough. Actually, I can make those a little bit smaller since I'm not using a HUD right now. Good aces has a short stacker, which is sweet. Let's watch. Thank God the hamster isn't here. And Short Maniac, then I would feel... Short Maniac, Shadow Maniac, then I would feel self-conscious. Because this is his bed and brother. Bed and brother? Oh lord. Bed and brother is kind of funny though. Bread and butter is of course what I mean, Jesus Christ. Just gonna pot it here, I think. I mean, we're not gonna be able to use the club blocker in any case as a short stack much. Okay, he has a decent hand for it. Let's see if he hits. No, he does not. And that's it for the 25-50 table. Once the blinds come around. With aces again. No putzing around. Nice, get to put it all in. Maybe we, you know, lose the 15 bind or what we doubled up to. Here's aces as well. I like mine a little bit better. Do a gutter to the nuts. Fair enough. Talking about aces. On the other short stacking table. Hang on, I'm gonna go back to the 4-table view. Here you have 2 pair backdoor flush, which is very unlikely seeing that we have 4 diamonds ourselves. We are gonna call once though with 2 pair here. Ooh, and the second runner once table is opened up just in time to switch it out for the... Okay, we need to fold this then. Fold this as well. Although I did make Hamsterman, I think you were there, Frenchie, right? When we did the min-bet mania with the aces there. And the other dude kept min-raising as well. Which unfortunately we lost on the river. This should have been a fold on the short stacking table. That 4 is kinda nice. And that allowed us to... Hollywood Poker Pro still looks best. I have not been blessed with having played on the software. Hollywood Poker Pro. So here we flop top and bottom. Interesting. The queen is... Well, it's pretty queenish. We have the king is okay. Interesting stuff's happening here. We do have the top pair, we have the over pair. We're just gonna have to get it in against him. That's the open ender on top. If he has a straight right now, he does not, and we... No, we would have needed a 9, never mind. It's like, why ain't we winning there? This is preposterous on a refund. I don't know, he must have been busy the last week or so. He was here ever since he found the channel. He blew my head having seen the Shadow Maniac in the channel. Actually, there's a clip in somewhere among the highlights of my channel. It's the way he clipped me being starstruck by having the Shadow Maniac. Long story short, I guess he's busy. I don't really know. I would assume he's in the casinos and, you know, taking other people's money. Let's see, it's 3:30. I'm not really sure how much longer the stream is gonna go on. Very bad queens here, but we want to play as many hands against Desmond as we can. Looks like we're gonna be playing with the whole family here. Not having any clubs, I kind of prefer to check it here. Against 3 people, just the overpair of queens. Could easily get called all the way by kings. Ah. That's kind of funny. So he bets the king and we do have a flush draw. I'm still gonna let it go. I mean, he bet into the whole table. Not sure how crazy he is in that regard. Gets called. Things are bound to get interesting. Flush draw makes an appearance there. Let's watch. Quads! Fair enough. What did Gary have then? Oof, talking about fair enough. They're not quads, but they're nice. No, I do not! I do not. I'm just gonna check here. Early position. I do not. The best poker game on... Ooh, it's a C64 game. Yeah, that was stupid here on table 2. Shouldn't have called. Google Earth to say, I will. So having erased this this is a pretty nice flop for it, and I'm thinking how to approach it. Actually, we don't mind getting the money in here at all. Even though we don't have a pair, we have the flush draw, we have the backdoor flush draw, we have the open ender. I mean, checking, actually I like checking a little bit more. But now, if we have to get it in, we will. But in hindsight, that was just a smidgen too late. I would have preferred checking. Unless he folds, then it was a genius move. Yeah, now we have to get it in. Let's see. Hopefully, it doesn't have to bet a flush draw. He does. We don't make our straight or our backdoor. Yeah, as I said, I would have liked checking. In hindsight, a little bit too quick on the draw there. So, owing to the fact that it is late, I will do something that I usually don't do on Run It Once anymore. I'll leave this table and rejoin it. Because yeah, I've been before the stream and the stream before that where I had to restart the computer. I've already been streaming for 5 hours earlier today, doing all the Windows crap. And I'm not at peak game anymore is what I want to say. So I'm gonna leave this table at the next BB and try to rejoin it. Minimize my risk a little there. Don't really fancy losing or playing an 8 on BB part necessarily. I would make our table harder, but unfortunately or fortunately, depending on your point of view, the Shadow Maniac cannot play because he is from the US. He's up to something for sure. For sure. I have no doubt in my mind. Also an Amiga? No, I have to Google it now. Of course I know Hollywood Poker Pro. He's definitely lurking. Actually he was, I saw him lurking once or twice. But not today. Flop an open-ender here. Not a great one. But with the backdoor flush, we're gonna call. Still gonna call. I have to check fold. My default setting is to assume that the Shadow Maniac is watching. I bet pot here, I figure, you know, I don't want to give draws a good price, and also if he has a queen, we are in pretty decent shape very often. And yeah, might as well charge the maximum. Twitchception. I wouldn't put it past him. Let's do it on the button. For sure. Don't mind playing a lot of hands with these peeps. Ah, might be sneaky. He might be in the shadow. In the waiting list shadow. We do make two pair here, but unfortunately there's a straight on board that we're not blocking. It's just two middle pair. Gonna let it go. I think around another 15 minutes, something like that. And then I'll call it a night. I'm not sure, I mean, I'm definitely going to be streaming tomorrow night when I come back from my side gig. I'm not sure about the afternoon. I took the afternoon out of the schedule for now, but I might be making an unscheduled appearance, so to say, which I will, of course, announce on Twitter. Because that's what it's really useful for. I'm not 100% positive how tomorrow afternoon's gonna shake out. This is shaking out pretty nicely for now. I'm just got a bad pot here. Not blocking straights, blocking the flush only a little. Get one call. That's a diamond I can definitely live with. I'll wait here a moment. I'm gonna give him the bad news. We have the unadulterated and unequivocal nuts. That's why I want to be careful with the bottom set. I'm not, you know, gloating. I'm just hinting at the fact that they have cost me a pretty penny, those bottom sets. Especially short stacking. Oh. But I've learned better. Taking my buy-in off the table. Oh, you're buying, it's true. Take it as a compliment. Yeah, as I said, I did it in the first week where I doubled up and then left because I just, you know, I've been playing 100 BB poker for a little more than almost 5 weeks now since round one's opened. But then I stopped because I started to get a little bit more comfortable in my game, my deep stack game, full stack game. But now when I'm at the end of my stream, I think that is a smart approach to protect myself from myself a little bit. Okay, stuff's happening all over the place. Here's a short stacker, we're definitely gonna raise this. Yeah, we'll raise this at 100 BB, but now even more so. Here we have a 6 flush draw blockers. Just gonna check, very likely not folding. That's pretty perfect that he decides to come over the top. Yeah, the aces though, which is not as perfect. Come on, diamonds? Ooh! There's a pretty crappy river here. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing that I'm starting to get tired, so not playing 800 BB pot potentially was a good call, and ending the stream soon is also going to be a good call. Flop middle pair, got our blockers, no flush blockers, no backdoor flushes. Just gonna let it go. Right, so before I end the stream, could you be so kind tell me if the music level is okay? Should it be louder? Also, if you would prefer to have no music, by all means tell me that as well, and I'll take it under advisement. And also if the but I think the microphone, like my voice, should be fine. At least the volume. Judging quality and content is up to you. Pretty thin here, but on the button I think we can open up a little. Big pot up here. Have kings on table 3, the other run at one's table. He definitely made a fine fold here. No reason to get involved. See if we can spike a king. Ooh, in position too. It's pretty sweet. Again, gonna pot it. Having no diamonds. Duh. I don't really see how we can bet for value here. I mean, yeah. Oh, it's fairly confident here. The ace is that he had to have the 4-5 there as well. Stung a little bit mean. Desmond is sitting out. Oh no. Hey, glad to hear you enjoyed it, Varsha. It was nice having you, and well played, man. And should you, if you not only enjoyed interacting and the Twitch thing in general, if you enjoyed the channel, I'm around every day. By all means, check back in should you feel like it. On the rainbow board, we're gonna bet a little bit less here. Yeah, good night, Valsha. End up making the nuts on a complete rainbow board, which is pretty sweet, blocking other straights as well. I'm not gonna go with the big bet sizing for a change. Too bad. Ooh. Music is good. Thanks, Frenchie. Frenchie. That's the right name. This is, of course, a horrible board. Not blocking anything. Only the clubs is backdoor. I'm just check giving up here. So all in all, on the last stream of the night, we ran better than in previous streams. Made some buy-ins here and there. On microgaming, on run at once. Pretty good. Right, and as I said, not entirely sure how it's gonna shake out tomorrow afternoon, if I have the time to make a stream. If not, I'll be back later at night, as per schedule. And the rest of the week, of course. Nothing else planned. Yeah, no consensus for so many people, that's true. Yeah, I prefer to have the music like something in the background, and if at all, and that's that. Shouldn't be a major element. Don't hear any music. Fair enough. Also kind of a new experience for me, because with the headphones on to hear like various other things going on the channel, like follows and that stuff. I need to. I am forced to listen to the music as well, and I really have grinded in silence the last 1.5 years. I'm still gonna bet it with the 8 in my hand. A very nice card, giving us a flush draw as well. Unless he has crappy aces, I really don't. He's not gonna show up with aces here. He raises, huh? I'm still gonna call on the button. Okay, so stuff's happening. Gonna go with a larger bet size and bet fold here. Here. Yep, sticking to the plan, bet folding. Not really sure what the move is here. With the gutter, the flush draw, I'm not folding. The question is, should I raise? No dice. Have to get let this one go. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for it. Oh, good thing I haven't. Good thing the flush didn't come in either. Do you have top set there? Was it aces or kings? Kings. So we were drawing to the gutter. Nice answer. Could pronounce your name, I would congratulate you in person. So here we're gonna raise... I'm not sure if it's gonna be raise fold. Sleepy dude. Okay, now that he's just calling, I'm guessing we're raising for value at this point. Seeing how he bets it to two people, we're gonna have to let it go. Both pairing, which is always interesting in these spots. And also, I forgot to say, Dogstops, thanks for the feedback volume-wise. With having set up everything anew, that's very much appreciated. With the gutter the blockers, we are gonna call here. Certainly not making our life easier the days in regards to decisions now if he continues betting. That's really small, which is neat. This card is less so. Could have gone for a lead if in case he has a low flush, yeah. But, eh. Alright guys, I'm gonna color the night in a minute. See if I can... I have some people that I usually host. Let's see if any one of them is online. Definitely some fun guys among them. First though, we are getting some hands. I'm gonna call you once, he might just be full of it. Gonna go for it. Very unfortunate, Mr. Bond. Ooh, there's a PLO guy. Cool. Don't know him yet. Okay, this is definitely gonna be an interesting hand down here. Gee, I don't mind getting it in. That'll work too. Large splash down here. I have a feeling we're not going to be part of it though. Because somebody usually goes nuts. We do have a pair of jacks. And with the extra money... Okay, now everyone's calling, we're calling as well. Closing the action here. Not the droids we're looking for, that is fine. That was a huge pot I don't mind having called here, and you know, people have stuff. This guy definitely had stuff. It's the best way to describe it. Yeah, closing the action. Pair of jacks. Every once in a while we win a huge pot. Ah, thanks. It was a good game. Get some sleep, I will. Yeah, it's time. It is time. Thanks for having my back, Frenchie. Appreciate it. So everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. Keeping me some company. Definitely makes me smile. In case you want to be informed by Twitch by email when I go live, then consider following the channel. If that's not your cup of tea, you know, just check back in case you feel like it. Chances are I am around and my schedule is underneath the stream and my stream page. And I try to keep to it. I'll change it once or twice. I'll change it every once in a while a little bit while I figure things out. Take some time off to study, which is sorely needed. And if I'm not studying or having engagements I can't get out of, I'm streaming every day for usually 8 hours or more. Even though we're fairly short, I mean, this one of the button, this is okay-ish. Not doing anything here, this board hits him much better than it does hit us, generally speaking. He checks again though, it's a different story. Make a straight, so I'm not gonna bluff again. We do have showdown value now. Middle set, no good, sir. Right. Thanks everyone for watching, for keeping me entertained in the chat. And my name is not Raisin. I'm folding for the night. See you tomorrow.